Live from Beech Bend Dragway Raceway in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It is line locked.
Is that not the same thing? Am I turned up?
No, you're not turned up.
You should turn me up.
Okay,
Is that not the same thing?
You were
Dragway
muted.
Raceway?
Well, yeah, I guess it is.
You want to try it again? Let's do it again.
What is it? Is it
No, just
Raceway
say it. We don't need music. Just say it.
Drag.
Beech Bend, Dragway.
Why do we not need music for?
Campground and... Okay, we're good.
I feel like Daddy hit Mommy at the dinner table.
It is. No, it's a little aggressive on the Line Lock podcast.
Gosh.
Hopefully,
Let's go back up. Is it Raceway or Dragway?
It should be Dragway. Is it Dragway or Raceway?
I thought it was Raceway.
Yeah.
Well, but it is a Raceway, I guess.
Motorsports Park.
Raceway?
Raceway Park.
All right, so we were all wrong.
Oh, yeah, so we didn't
When I
start
say
this off.
I was wrong.
We didn't start this off good. I'm just telling you.
No.
All right.
All right, so we have special guests, and we're not going to do any intro stuff because, we really don't have intro shit.
We should already start with saying that this is at the track.
Yeah, we are
in
100%
front of our
track.
toter home.
Yes.
This is our very first time doing this.
Yeah.
For
You know what we should do?
what should we do?
We should do like an MTV Cribs of the toter home.
Yes.
Nobody wants to go in our toter home.
It's like a bunch of men live there, really.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. But we have a special guest
We do.
today. It is Jessica. Hi.
Hello.
She
How are you?
drives the Sammich maker.
It's right here.
Yep, we've got a picture of it. There we go.
Pretty cool.
We had her and her husband on a couple months ago talking about the beginning of the season, or 2024 for the Straight Axle Mafia group. And you've raced a few times now, right?
Yes,
So
I
how have you done so far?
I believe I'm 6th in points.
Well, shit, last week you were
Third.
third.
I was going to say.
Third.
Last week you were third.
I was going to say.
Third.
What did
Third.
you do so wrong? I have it saved. Or I had it saved. I had it saved.
Wasn't it the top 1, 2, and 3 all Lyles?
Yes.
Yes,
All
and I
right.
brought that up. I said it
Trifecta.
seems awfully interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty
Super
suspicious.
sketchy.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us about your car first of all, because we've had you on, but you weren't the subject. Shane was the subject.
Yeah.
Now you're the subject. Tell us about the car.
56 Chevy, big block. She's a badass.
Yep. Does big block matter, or
No,
could you
that's
done
just
could
what
you
all
done a
three of
small
us-
block and
No.
made it work, or
No.
did you have to have a big
No,
block?
that's what my husband and my father-in-law run, and I wanted to do the same thing.
I understand. I understand.
Hey, yeah.
I was
My-
like, if
my
y'all are
wife-
doing it, I want to do it too.
My wife says the small block is just fine.
Well, good for her. I like that for her.
Okay.
Small blocks don't have as much endurance, though. I
No,
think.
well, I mean, you got to wind them higher.
It's the
gotta wind 'em.
longevity.
It's,
you know?
no, it's more like it's like a needle in a sewing machine.
Hey, and I know about that.
That's right. There is some sewing going on at
Yeah.
Lyle's place. What is his deal called?
Zone tight custom interiors.
Yeah, he makes some really nice stuff.
Thank
But
you.
enough about him. Let's talk
Forget
about you.
that guy.
Yeah.
So how'd your season start?
Well, it started out with a lot of rain.
Yeah.
So we've had a few races canceled, but the very first race of the season was actually here at Beech Bend, and
Okay.
I runnered up to Joe Bridges.
Oh, I know that name.
Actually, I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah,
I
sounds
hear
very
he's
familiar.
an exceptional racer.
He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Oh man.
So you show up on race day, and the first race of the year, and what nerves? I mean, what did you expect of the car? Did you test beforehand?
Yeah, we did test, and it went out of the trailer the same way it went in. So I was like, all right, 2 passes done. We're
So
good.
you kind of knew where you were at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you made your first pass, is it what you expected, or were you kind of thrown off, flustered?
Well, so this is only my second season racing. So the first season, he had it. He made a lot of passes on it for me, got the car lined out. So I was used to that. So I jumped in the car, not him. So that was the only reason I had any kind of nerves at all. But, once I did my burnout, I was like, here we go. She's back.
Yes.
How does it feel? I mean, knowing that going a whole season or winter off and then coming back, how's it feel to you?
I couldn't wait.
Best
Oh,
best feeling in the
yes,
world, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So you come back, you're here, which is arguably one of the best tracks in the country.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
It's got nostalgia. It's got the feeling. There's just so much here that is an amazing feeling, right?
Yes.
and then you do that big old burnout. You do a long burnout or a short burnout?
I do a short just because I haven't perfected the long burnout yet.
Yeah, you working
but
on it?
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm working
I tell you what, you need to get a spragless converter. I tell you, you should call Deshaun Transmissions. They got me hooked up. Hey, how you guys doing? And again, you guys, we are live.
Yeah.
So there's
We've got
gonna be cool drama.
passerbys. We got traffic.
Yeah, I broke my sprag in Havana, Illinois. I don't know what I'm talking about because I have no idea. But I was told it was broken, and I need to purchase stuff to make it not broken.
Yes. Hence,
So-
you have to purchase more stuff.
Yeah.
Because supposedly something's broken.
Well, it was.
That's the way it goes, yeah.
And I was told it's the long burnouts.
That's upsetting.
Well, for $500 more, you can do long burnouts.
There's more.
Wait, there's more.
Yes.
You may go a little slower in the eighth or quarter or whatever you're running, but they say that's the way to go. Is the spragless and non-mechanical diode, all that stuff. So that's what we did.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
That's
anyway.
what we have.
I'm
You are
untested.
fake news.
That's perfect.
Right.
That's perfect. So you do a little short burnout, just like just
No, not a baby burn. Like I'd burn it out. I get in trouble
Do you?
because
You go past the line?
Yeah. Well, no, I hit the rev limiter quite a few times.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Never hit the rev
They're like,
limiter.
quit doing that. And I'm like,
Yeah. Just keep it below.
but it feels so good.
It does feel awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I mean, you got that smoke. You got people cheering you on, especially this race.
Oh yeah.
Have you raced this race?
Yes.
Okay, so last year, you know the emotions. There's hundreds of people.
This is probably the only place that I get like those butterflies because I mean like the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And this is actually where the interest for racing started with me.
Let's talk real quick because I mean we've had you on. I think we may have even asked the question.
We've been talking.
Well, have we?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I say?
You said let's talk real quick. We've already been talking. Go ahead.
That's a
I
very
think
good
I think
point.
we're trying to
Good
burn
point.
each other. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I apologize.
If you need an owl, let me know.
It feels aggressive. I'm not real sure what's going on, but I feel like it's a battered wife situation. I don't know. Anyway, my question is this: what was the first drag strip you've ever went down with a real drag car? Did a burnout, set the tree, and went down?
US 60.
Okay. How'd that feel? What your first time? Tell us about it.
Nerves, just a bundle of nerves, and very, very anxious because I didn't know what to expect, but I trusted the car because I knew he lined it out.
Yeah.
He
Did he go down the track before you with it?
He actually raced it quite a few races.
Okay.
Before me, just give that gas hole a break. So he did some actual races with it. He actually has won every one, but I think maybe one or two in my car.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he raced it for a little bit.
So you felt very comfortable before you went up there.
He
So
would
those
not-
nerves
yeah.
are kind of gone, but it was more about like the make a mistake nerves.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I learned as I went. So
Yeah, yeah, I bet. So prior to the first time you've ever went down a drag strip, what kind of experience did you have drag racing? Like
absolutely none.
nothing.
No.
Family, no nothing.
Nope. Just them.
Would he find you on the side of the road or what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, hey, can I go to Beech Bend?
Is that what it was?
No.
You look at. Hey, I'm going south.
So, I always say this backstory.
Yeah.
So, my parents knew his parents before, us, obviously.
Right.
So we grew up together. And
Okay.
I remember as a kid, he and his father drag raced.
Yeah.
And they did different classes, all that stuff. And so I've been around it.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about it. It was basically like, let's just go watch the fast cars go back.
So did he barter like a goat or something to your family to
No,
get you?
no.
Nothing like that.
No.
That wasn't an arranged marriage.
No, but my dad did hand over the paperwork after we were married. He was like, here you go, here's your paperwork.
It's your problem.
Yeah, basically.
My wife did the same. My father, I was like, she is your problem now. 100%.
Yes.
Cool. And so US 60 was your first one. And actually 2 years ago, you said that was the first time?
Last year.
Last year was the first time. Was it the shorter track or the longer track? Because
Shorter.
US 60 put a lot of effort in
They
the track
did.
this year.
Yes.
So anybody that's watching the live or the podcast that we're doing right now, US 60 is in Brandenburg. Hardenburg. It was arguably an indifferent track for me, but they have put a lot of effort into making that a high class track, and I think it is. I mean, they've
Yes.
done a really great job. They basically made it 3/4 of a mile long, roughly. It's long, right?
Oh, it's long.
The shutdown is longer than the actual drag strip. The
Usually
drag
I
strip's
go to
8
the
miles.
end just to make sure that everybody gets off safely. That's just the way that I usually do it, and I've never had to go to the end.
Yeah.
There's so much track.
Yeah, well, that was the opposite problem I had the last time I was there. So I was on the brakes and the chute, and I'm not going that fast. We're talking 550s in the 8th. But my trucks, I mean, I think I had original brakes on it. It wasn't, I mean.
It takes a minute.
It does. It does. It needs to think about braking before it actually starts braking. And it was tough to get to that turnoff. I mean, you were really on them. Mm-hmm. But I'm really glad to put the effort in. US 60 is it's kind of an iconic track. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of history there. And they do quite a bit of like no prep stuff.
Yes.
And the coolest thing that I remember them doing right now recently is virgin track. Mm-hmm. So what was this last race they had there was like the first timers race. What was it called?
Butt naked.
The butt naked race. I was hoping you would tell me that.
Yes.
Because I didn't want to bring it up. The butt naked race. So the trophies was that's what it said, is the butt naked race.
Yeah.
They had zero rubber down. No prep. Mm-hmm. A true no prep.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Dale, if he ever watches this, Jimmy Dale won small tire, I think it was, what he won. Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. It was cool that he was there.
It was cool to be there.
Did you go there?
Oh, yeah.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's cool as hell.
Yeah.
You got any cool stories about it?
Well, that was actually my first no prep.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they'll like cut them in, you know, and they don't have a lot of classes going on. And that's, you know, other tracks, not just them. But so that was my first actual just no prep race. And Chris and Shelby, the owners, Mattingly, we love them. They take care of us. You know, they have done nothing but make this track just all that it can be. And they're just continuing to do better. So I'm like, it's the first race. I got to go.
Yeah.
So we went. It was cool to see, you know, there's different car cultures for different types of racing. It was cool to see the car culture. It was cool to see how they did it as opposed to how we did it.
Yeah, no, it's impressive. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of effort to go down a track that has zero traction.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, ooh, they're brave.
So the first, and Shane might have to answer, is it concrete or asphalt? The first? Concrete. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that arguably is probably the worst. I don't know. I mean, chip asphalt's probably the worst, but they that's pretty impressive. They were able to get down, and they were fast. I mean, we watched the YouTube videos; they were really fast. Mm-hmm. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, you got to watch it firsthand experience. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you got anything?
Yeah. So, how do you like your husband kind of like showing you the ropes?
I love it.
That's a good question.
So, I mean, have you ever gotten like an argument like, you know, you're doing it wrong, honey? He says to you, you're doing it wrong, honey. You know, you got to do better. I mean, is he pushing you? Is he angry at you?
Never any anger. It's basically, you know, this is not, you know, it's a dangerous situation.
Oh, yeah.
What we're doing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to take it seriously. And sometimes you just have to, like, snap back to reality real quick. Okay, you need to do this. You need to be paying attention to this. There's never any harsh conversations. It's like, all right, because you did this, next time you really need to focus on this. You know?
And the reason I ask is, you know, anytime you have family working together and one's teaching the other, it can get a little frustrating if that person's not catching on as fast or making a lot of mistakes and stuff. I was kind of curious how that dynamic was.
And that was one of my biggest worries. I was afraid that I was going to upset them.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
But they're seasoned. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm learning. Every pass still I'm learning.
Yeah. And I know the Straight Axle Mafia is a big family.
Oh,
so
usually.
all of those guys are helping you when you need help. So that's wonderful. I was just kind of curious about that dynamic.
The best part about that is everybody there wants you to succeed.
Yes, they do.
Even if it means them losing.
Perfect example. So we just recently started doing a chip draw, just to mix it up more, because we found that, you know, everybody has habits when they go up in the lanes, how long they wait, this and that.
They always race the same people.
You race the same people. Yeah. Well, me and this one particular guy, hey Ronnie, we raced each other constantly, and we're like, oh man, and I got him every time, and you know, for whatever reason, and so we started in chip draw, and so we did chip draw last weekend, and I was like, Ronnie, don't pick me, don't draw me. And he did.
So you're still there anyway.
And I'm like, Ronnie. Well, I red lighted. He finally got me. And I told, you know, we always go to each other. We're like, good race, blah, blah, blah. And they always tell me if I do something wrong that they notice, and they're like, hey, try this next time, you know.
So what'd you do wrong there?
Oh, I guess I was excited. It was a 002 red.
How many times did you beat Ronnie?
I don't know.
A bunch?
I don't know.
A bunch to his one?
I don't know. Like this many?
5 to his one?
Like this
See,
many.
that's the worst because he's due.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's due.
he was like, I was like, oh, Ronnie, you got me, and he was like, finally, and I was like, yes, yes. I was so excited for him, and it's like that, and when he's still in, and then the other teams are on the other side, and he beats them, they beat us, whatever, and we're like, oh, or we're excited, and we're like, oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I tell you, the worst part about going up there when you love everybody is have to stand in the middle and cheer both of them on. Because it sucks because that. Especially towards the finals when they've went 6 rounds, or I know that your group's big, but 6 rounds is quite a bit. You're talking 70 cars when you get close to that. That is a lot of times to think you're about to win something and lose the final, and it's very tough to have the feeling, especially as close as you guys are. Most of your finals are probably currently it looks like it's the same family in the finals.
I did have to beat my father-in-law last weekend, and I only felt bad about it for a second because I know he was going to give me the race of my life. So I was like, I got to do it.
So when you win or lose, where do you feel like you're winning and losing at? As far as the numbers, are you doing it at the line, or are you doing it at the finish line?
I think it's different every time. My biggest downfall, and I have no problem saying it, is the finish line driving. Because
it's hard.
You have to just go over and over again to get it, and I'm getting it. It's taking me a little bit of time. Sometimes I get too excited, and I let go of that button, and I'm like, oh. But it is different every time.
What is your strategy finish line? Do you? So I've always been told, pre-stage bulbs, you look over at them, and that's kind of your guide. Is it what you're doing? Is that what Shane's been telling you to do, or?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just watch as I go because I have to watch everyone because there's only like 4 of us that run faster than 650. So I have to watch everyone.
Yeah, 650 is getting it in the 8th.
Well, we're 625, so that's the next level down.
Yeah.
So I have to watch everybody, and everybody is tough.
That is, it's a good for you. Would you rather it unfold in front of you because that's. When you're faster car, that's what's happening. The race is unfolding in front of you. So would you rather that, or would you rather somebody chase you up? You get a clean light.
I don't have a preference.
Either way? I think personally, and part of the reason that I'm going faster and faster is I'd rather it kind of unfold in front of me because I feel like if I do lose, I'm not so mad about it. It's my mistake at that point. The opposite way, it's you run your race and somebody beats you. I don't know. That's how I feel.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. This is so much fun for me.
Yeah.
And the points are cool, and winning is cool and everything. I just enjoy it so much.
For sure.
This is finally one thing that I found that I was just like, I feel like I was meant to do.
What kind of hobbies did you do before this?
Oh, crafts.
Arts and crafts?
Arts and crafts.
Scrapbooking?
Yeah.
Never scrapbooking.
So
Never.
did you are we talking like quilted? What are you
Oh no,
talking?
I wasn't that extreme. Just if I
crafts.
if I saw something like a wreath or something, I was like, I could totally do that.
Hey.
All right, so you're talking about like wreaths and stuff you can see at Hobby Lobby. That was your thing?
Ew, no, not Hobby Lobby.
Tell us, what is it?
Let's see. I bedazzled a set of Crocs.
Bedazzled.
For my niece.
Okay.
Yeah. I made quite a few wreaths for people. Let's see. I don't do good on the spot. I don't know.
Well, you got to. We're on a live podcast.
I know.
Right
I
there.
can see it. There's 2 of them.
There's both of them.
All right, I got a question.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to racing instead of crafts.
What? I was going on interesting. I was doing like a thing where I was asking about her, who she was.
I would rather
What she
make
does.
it instead of buy it. Let's just say that.
Everybody write in and tell us if you want to hear about crafts or
Is
drag
anybody
racing.
in the live
Crafts with Jess.
that have questions in the live? We should look to see if anybody's in there and wants to
So
know about.
you mentioned something a second ago about racing your father-in-law, and this is an honest question. Being you're new still, 2 years now, especially your first year. Do you think anybody gave you
Anything?
a race?
No.
Do you think they all raced you full on?
100%.
Good.
Full on, because
Good.
I wouldn't give it to them either.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
No.
I'd probably let my daughter win.
Would you?
don't? Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
100%. I'd let my wife win.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
No.
I mean,
They're
Can
not
we-
going to give it to me.
all right. Well, I mean,
Well,
there's
especially because
cameras. There's cameras and stuff. I'm gonna just tell you that, like, I feel like I would be missing some opportunities if I didn't let her win every once in a while.
Yeah.
If everybody's picking up what I'm putting down here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
you know, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So you don't think your father-in-law gave you one?
Never.
Your husband
we've been in the lanes. I'll tell you this about Bill Lyle. If we are just, even if it's in just like a time run, he's like, don't red light and don't let out. And with a straight face, and he'll walk away.
That's it. So it has to be one at the line.
That's pretty solid advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot to that.
And
I mean,
for me, that's actually motivational because I'm like, cool, okay.
yeah. So if you win it, you feel like you earned it.
I do, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like at least this has nothing to do with sexism or nothing like that, but I feel like there is a little bit of I gave you something. I don't know. Like, I would hope Sam would give me the finals. He's won them so many times.
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would either.
No.
That's why I have the button, the Sam button. It turns off his ignition. He doesn't know about it yet. It's Bluetooth.
The Bluetooth.
You're done.
That's what happens when you get it wired at Potsy's Fabrication. Is you get the Bluetooth shut down.
Oh man!
Yeah, I gotta guarantee
You are
a win.
fake news.
There you go.
100%. 100%. So, tell us, is there any particular race that you've had so far that was really, really tight and you didn't know if you were going to win? Like, I don't know as far as Hardinsburg. I think the scoreboard's way out there. But I'm sure there's a racetrack that you've been to since that you didn't know until you got back that you really wanted to win.
I will say, there is a lot of tracks that don't have lights.
Yeah.
And it's, if I feel like I mess up at the line, I'm like, okay, yeah, I totally didn't win. And I've been shocked maybe a time or two. But for the most part, there is a win light, and I see it. I must be intimidating to some degree.
You think so?
I got a lot of red lights against me. I do.
Well, they want to win.
Yeah.
And particularly, it's a sexism thing.
Nah, I don't think
You
so.
think so?
No. I'm one of the guys.
Well, you're thinking that they can't be beat by a girl, kind of thing. Is that
Well,
what you're saying?
that's what I'm saying. It's not like, I guess maybe not sexism. It's like, it's maybe like a pride problem.
Yeah.
Like they want to win so bad because they don't want to be beat by a girl.
Oh,
But I get beat by my wife all the time, so
Maybe.
it's no big deal.
How
to
many
me.
girls are in the Straight Axle Mafia?
3.
Two.
There
Three.
was 2, and now there's 3.
Oh, so one joined up this year? Okay, good. That's awesome. I like to see females in drag racing because it's been a male-dominated sport for so long. I mean, it's just the way it is. And there's been a lot of females come through in the pro ranks and stuff like that. And seeing you guys come out here, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I watched you last year and coming through it. And this year, man, you're doing so great.
Thank you.
To see you, to talk to you on the podcast before, and now to talk to you after your season's begun, and you're doing so well. I mean, it's really exciting.
Thank you.
I'm a bigger fan of yours than Shane.
Well, your team Jessica?
Yeah, I'm Team Jessica. Yes, yeah, for sure, absolutely.
I hear you.
Sorry, Shane.
Well, I mean, he's already been successful.
He's just a
You always
gasshole.
he is a gasshole.
He is a asshole.
And you're the sandwich maker.
Yeah.
Which I do like some sandwiches.
Yes.
I don't give out many sandwiches, but I do take lunches. So
I gotcha. So you were into arts and crafts, turned into
Oh my God! Here we go. So take me back to that moment when you first saw your first wreath hanging on the door, and you saw the purple and the.
it was 2014.
That's exactly what I was going for. Thank
It was
you.
raining.
How did that make you feel?
It was a slight mist in the air.
Take me back to that day of emotion when you.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I mean, what do you got? Anything cool? I mean, I know that you're sponsored by QA1, wasn't it? QA1, a few things. You got Penn Grade oil.
Yes.
Fantastic oil. I think I use...
You use Penn Grade?
Yeah, I use Penn Grade.
Yeah.
So what else you got? You got Sewn Tight. I don't know who the hell that is, but...
That is mine and Shane's business.
Oh.
She just talked about it.
Oh, well, that's exactly why I said what I said.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Tell us
Who
about
are
the
those
business.
people.
We do custom interiors for classic cars, street rods, hot rods. I'd say pre-80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specialized.
Very custom. Everyone gets their own
Nip and
interior.
tuck?
Nip and
Yeah.
There was a TV show.
Or no,
Yes.
tuck and roll.
Tuck.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck
That's
and
what
roll.
I,
Tuck
that's
and
what I
roll.
made Brian do earlier. I told him I wasn't going less than 5. You just got to figure it out. All right, so we got Long Walker Electrical. Tell us a little about them.
Long Walker Electrical is actually local to us, and we met him actually through drag racing. Ryan Walker, he had the Snap Tight 55 Chevy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And then the last one on here is Straight Axle Mafia. So tell us a little about them. What is Straight Axle to you?
Straight Axle, it's family.
Yeah.
They're a good time. They're a family. They're so much fun. Everyone is different, but we're all the same. We have the same passion.
Same but different.
Same but different, yeah. Because everybody's different. But
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
So, you glad this is your life trajectory?
100%, yeah.
Cool.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Awesome. The sun's coming.
it's in my
There it is.
eyes.
Yeah. Well,
We're going to put a fabric over there, I guess.
yeah.
It's
so-
golden hour.
Yeah, it is golden hour. We got anything?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about real quick, and then we'll end this. We are at the Nostalgia Nationals in Beech Bend in Bowling Green. Right now, it is Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, we're going to have some live podcasts with some other racers from Straight Axle Mafia and maybe some other people. So be sure to come down. If you're listening to this today or tomorrow, come down to the Blood Brothers Line Locked pit area, and you can hear it live. And then Thursday is qualifying, and Friday is qualifying in first round of eliminations for anybody over any class over 60 cars. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain you'll probably be close
Over
to that.
32.
Over 30.
Yeah, so you'll have first round Friday night.
Yeah. So ProGas will also.
So if you want to make sure that you see your favorite driver, if he's a loser like we are,
Come on down.
Friday night.
We usually don't race on Saturdays because we're taking out on the first round on Friday.
We're usually
I didn't
we're
want to
home
race
by
last year either.
we're home by Saturday morning is what he's saying. We're mowing grass at noon.
What about my offer about driving that truck over there?
Yeah, well, we've talked about it. Do you have a competition license?
I do.
You do. 100%.
100%.
NHRA.
Yeah.
Do you
Maybe
really?
we'll talk about it.
Awesome.
But it's going to be to the 8th mile.
Yeah.
And we're tuning it down to whatever you're running at.
Okay.
620s.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk. We'll see. We'll talk about it.
We'll do some numbers. We'll
We'll
work
do
it
some
out.
numbers.
We'll work it out.
Yeah,
I
is
don't
there, is there
know if it'll
insurance
go that
policies?
slow.
Probably not.
See, the biggest thing about letting somebody else drive, I don't know if you guys Straight Axle Mafia or not, but I've never driven Chris's car.
Mm-hmm.
He's never driven my truck. It's like a
Mojo or
yeah. I don't know.
funky thing.
Nobody's ever driven what I built, and nobody's ever driven what he built.
Yeah.
Do you guys have that in Straight Axle?
Some,
But
yeah.
not you.
No. He'll
Now,
jump in anybody's
actually,
car.
there should be a video because I'm gonna post it up. You were just in a cackle car last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that? How'd you get involved in that?
Shane called me and he said, "Hey, get over here. You're gonna cackle a car." And I was like, "I'll be right there."
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty tight quarters in that thing too.
It was. It's not made for bigger girls, so it was a little bit tight. It was a little uncomfortable,
I
but that
understand.
was super cool.
Was it? I mean, did you feel it? Because when he first started up, we were walking towards it. I was like, man, that just sounds like methanol. It doesn't sound anything crazy. Then he turned the lever, and then you heard the nitro, so you knew he was cackling a little bit. But that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think he was like full in it, but I mean, it was.
Now is he
it
going to
was
be part
super
of the
cool.
cackle stuff?
He said he was. Yeah.
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 Okay. Cool.
So the biggest thing that I said to Corey when I saw you getting out was that would make me claustrophobic.
Oh yeah, it's tight.
Because if you got into an incident and you're that close and tight, and I saw how you have a certain angle, you got to be.
I almost had to take my shoes off with the rear end because I couldn't get my feet out.
Yeah.
That is, such tight quarters, and I could feel everything right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I did that before they did anything with the car because I didn't want to mess with anything because I was like, okay, he's going to mess with it. I'm just going to sit here and hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew where everything was, and I thought about it all night last night. Like, could I actually do that?
Yeah. You're supposed to be able to get out within 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
I'm sure I had the wrong shoes on,
Yeah.
Had I had to,
Yeah.
I'd be out of there.
You almost 5, 10, not 8. There's a lot of seconds there. 9 seconds.
You counted? No, that's what you're supposed to. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a 15 suit, you have 15 seconds before third degree burns. That doesn't mean you get second and first.
Right.
But nonetheless, what you did there, as far as the car, I mean, I don't know what kind of speeds or if he's ran that car ever. It maybe just be a cackle car. I don't know. But could you see yourself being able to do a drag, like a front engine dragster?
No, honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
No. He thinks I would really like it.
Yeah.
He thinks I would like an altered, but I really have a thing for classic cars. I really love what I'm doing. I couldn't see, I would try something different. I have no problem trying something different, but I think I'm home.
Where you're at?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. The problem with where I'm at in life is like I like driving something that looks cool, and not that dragsters don't look cool, but they're not a '53 Chevy pickup,
Right.
or a 56 Chevy car. They're not that.
Yeah.
And I don't really care that I'm not going 2 seconds faster. It just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody in the comments, tell us your opinion on that, because I would rather look cool going slower than go fast and not look as cool. Is that how I should do it?
Hey, as long as I'm killing it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as you're winning.
Yeah.
Which we don't win. Blood Brothers Racing, that's historical. We don't win.
Yeah. We're the fail bro.
I've
but
offered my
basically-
services.
What we do, that's right. So she asked me to drive the truck because she just wants to see the truck go rounds. But I'm not really sure she understands that I've actually won a Wally in that truck. So
Yeah.
I went rounds.
Okay. No, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's not about that. This group of guys that we race with are just that good. Same with Straight Axle Mafia. I mean, you're not talking about getting local by the homies here.
Yeah.
These guys know what they're doing. It's a tough race. So, it is what it is. I don't know. What do you got, Chris? Anything good?
Oh no, man! Let's get us out of here.
Yeah,
that sun down here is coming.
It's coming.
killing
Yeah.
us over
So
there.
our next one, we're going to try to put some sunblock on.
sunblock.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jessica. Now I definitely
you.
can't see you. I just
Yeah, hey, your eyes are sweating.
Oh my god! What just happened here?
I don't know, but I've never seen somebody's eyes sweat.
All right, we're out. See you guys.